Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hollywood Actor's Guide to Surviving the Film and Television Industry. I am your host, Jennifer Lynn Warren. Let's get started with a question, not from a listener, but something a little more philosophical, and that is, what is an actor? Well, an actor is an artist or a performer, an entertainer. They're a human being. They can belong to any sex, be from any cultural background. They portray a character. They deliver the dialogues of a script. They're the living facets of a story. They're practical magicians at, some points. They're fairly misjudged by the public due to their, status in life. They survive. They are always hungry, whether they're hungry for food because they're not working or they're hungry for more attention from their audiences. They truly deserve and will always have my respect, no matter how, quote, successful they are or are not. But what an actor does and what they are is they tend to suffer, and they suffer in public. And they suffer in public in so many ways. They suffer publicly because often when you tell somebody you're an actor, they say, oh, so how is the waiting tables gig? And how is that acting career going anyway? Anything I've seen you in? And we all know how painful those questions are. Those questions hurt, by the way, even when you are in a moment of having success, because you do have a moment of this how dare you? And the part of you that was striving and scraping by before any success, it never leaves you. It's still there. And so you'll feel indignant even if you have an Oscar and somebody doesn't recognize you, I imagine, right? But they also suffer in public because that is literally what we do when we are working. We're given a character to perform, and we go on that screen or stage or whatnot, and we live through these characters. We live through their heartbreaks. We live through their joys. We live through their loss. And we do it all while people are staring at us. Now, when they're staring at us on a movie screen, it's done and dusted. You could be home in bed sleeping, and you can remove yourself from it. But I think sometimes actors don't think about the on-set experience. Yet another reason why it's really good to be in class, right? Or to have had a lot of in-class training, because you don't want the first time trying to portray and living that moment of having your heart broken, let's say, or losing a loved one. And it feels like such an intimate moment when you're working on it as an actor, and you look up and the producer is texting on his phone on set. The grip is eating a sandwich. The DIT next to the camera operator looks like they're lost in thought. Somebody else looks like they're just having a bad day and you don't even know what their job on set is. They just seem grouchy. And it's like, WTF, you're having this profound moment. You're going for Oscar gold. And if you're not careful and you're not used to having people around you while you're trying to do this work, it's going to be very frustrating and it's going to distract you. So I want you to think about what an actor is and what it really means to be working and what all that's going to entail, and what it's like for you when you're having a bad day in public, or you're fighting with your girlfriend or boyfriend or mom or dad, or, you really just want to be left alone, because those are the moments that they are going to be paying you for to be on set. And it's going to be very, very public. Maybe why a lot of actors tend to be very shy and they don't like being in public, because they're in public enough on set. Why would they want to do it everywhere else as well? Love takes time. Well, what the heck? This is not a relationship advice podcast, is it? Well, kind of. I mean, really isn't trying to pursue any career a relationship in your relationship with that career. All right, I'm getting a little too philosophical there, but love takes time. And you're trying to get these casting directors to fall in love with you and directors to fall in love with you. And what I tend to see are these actors that they'll meet a great director and they want that director to fall in love and get married with them right that second because damn it, they're an actor and they want that director to just put them in a movie. And I want you to have a little paradigm shift. I want you to no longer try to get married with people the second you meet them. Because that's what I see a lot of actors do in networking rooms. You go, you meet somebody, and you want to get hitched right away. Instead, think about it like a relationship. You go to a party, you meet a guy or a gal that you like, there's something about them that you like, in relationships, you like their smile, they got, they're really cute or they make you laugh, like whatever it is. And in the industry, they're like, well, they're a director or they're a producer or they've written this script that I think is amazing. Whatever it is, you still have not even gotten to the first date, right? So just if you meet someone that you're crushing on, the goal is to maybe get their number, or these days you kids like to be like, let me follow you on the gram. Like, what's your Insta? Let me slide into your DMs. Okay, fine. And the thing is, it's a little safer, to try to get on someone's social media. Why? Because they can ignore you if they choose to. So they're like, sure, I'll take another follower, and then you never hear from them. But that happens with trying to pursue someone you want to be your girlfriend or boyfriend too. So it's the same. So when you're in these situations and you meet someone and you're getting excited, just think in the back of your head, this is not the day that we get married, but maybe one day, this may be the one. But you got to play it cool. Just like when you meet someone you get a crush on, you gotta play it cool. And so guys, when you're meeting these casting directors and directors, etc., you gotta play it cool. You gotta try to get their number. You gotta try to figure out how you can start building a rapport with them online or through mutual friends, or figure out if you can get to the same party that they're going to next time. All the same things you do when you meet somebody that you start crushing on, you can do with someone that you're networking with. That's how it should be, because you should be wanting to develop something that is sincere and something that is real and something that's not going to make them run. And I think the reason why, a casting director does not want to talk to an actor at a party is because that actor is like, do you have anything for me to audition for? Which is the same thing as saying, so this seems to be going well. Would you like to get married? No, they don't want to marry you yet. They would like to get to know you first. So just remember, guys, love takes time, step by step. Treat it like it's a new relationship when you network, because it's a new relationship. And just keep that in mind while you guys are out there building your web of connections. Lastly, today, I'm just going to leave you with a really short nitpicky thing, and that's about your headshots. And you actors who are putting borders on your headshots are doing yourselves a disservice. When you add a border, you're shrinking your picture and you're making your eyes, which are the most important part of your headshot, smaller, and they're not going to pop. And I know it's frustrating because you're like, oh, I need to put my name on it. But there are great ways of figuring out how to put your name on a headshot that looks really sexy and really cool without putting a horrible white border or a black border. It was very popular in like the 1980s and 1990s on headshots, and it was fine back then. But technology has gotten so good that your headshots, they're just going to be expected to be 8x10 photos. not a small photo of you and then like your name in big bold letters at the bottom. Completely unnecessary. Yes, your name needs to be on your headshot, but your head in the shot of you needs to be the main focus. And if you look at headshots and you know, get a pile of them and look through them, the headshots with the border on them look so cheap. And listen, I have made this mistake very recently, and this is something I've recently realized. So I'm just passing the buck on to you guys to help you out. Take those borders off. Just have your photo, you know, get your name. If you don't know how to do it, go on Fiverr and pay someone $5 to figure out how to make your name look really good on your photo. It's worth it. It's worth the time and the investment to make your photo look like it's money. Because when your photo looks like your money, they're going to think you are money and that they can make money with you. And it's all about the money, money, money so that we can do our art, right? So that's all, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Break a leg out there. And remember, you are not alone.